Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gamansing. Well, we can expect some more showers, but nothing like we have received on Wednesday night and Thursday night. The worst is over for now, and that's the word from our meteorologist, Bernie Reno, who has been keeping an eye on the weather. Bernie?
Over 7 inches of rain over the last couple of days, Sandy, from what was Tropical Storm Gabrielle. In fact, it's just a remnant low, but its circulation is still impacting us. Notice showers coming in from the south throughout the day, some heavier rain around St. Croix. Now we're just looking at more clouds and showers. The problem is, though, this tropical feeder, this feed of moisture coming in from the south, isn't really moving much. So I am concerned about drenching showers, not only for the rest of tonight, but into the upcoming weekend. But finally, some better news on the way as drier air comes in. I'll have all the details coming up in just a little bit. Sandy.
Well, as Bernie just mentioned, the Virgin Islands received another significant amount of rainfall, once more associated with the remnants of tropical weather system Gabrielle. News2's Shanika Robinson has an update on what to expect over the weekend.
Once again, the Virgin Islands received showers and thunderstorms last night, which are associated with Tropical Storm Gabrielle. This time, it affected particularly the islands of St. Thomas and St. Croix.
As a result of the heavy showers, a number of roads in both districts were affected, particularly in the eastern part of St. Thomas, the Bolongo Bay, Nada, and Brookman Road, Bavoni. All of those areas experienced a great deal of flooding. And on St. Croix, the Melvin Evans Highway, Montbijou, and a number of other places here in St. Croix.
Both islands received a significant amount of rainfall as a result of the showers.
There was at least about a total of about 5 inches of rain that fell on the island of St. Thomas and about 2 to 3 inches in St. Croix. All of this was associated with the tropical storm Gabrielle.
According to the National Weather Service, less rain is expected throughout the weekend.
The heavy rains have passed us. They will continue to rain intermittently, but nothing of the magnitude that we receive Thursday and Friday. And with that said, we once again asking the motorists to move and proceed with caution.
Shanika Robinson, News 2.
Once again, everyone is asked to be careful and mindful of others while on the road throughout the weekend. The Water and Power Authority's board met last Thursday and approved a number of measures designed to generate better reliability for WAPA's customers. One of those includes upgrades to the Richmond pump station. Another change could bring lower costs to the LEAC. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
Officials from WAPA hope a motion passed last week will go a little way towards reducing the Levelized Energy Adjustment Clause, or LEAC.
The intent is to simplify the process and therefore reduce the cost to the ratepayer and what they pay for the regulatory side of it.
WAPA's governing board approved increasing a contract with Public Resources Management Group. The $125,000 increase would pay for additional consulting services. It would also pay for the firm to prepare responses to the Public Services Commission's report on WAPA's electric and water filings.
We hired a firm, we went through, we submitted our last LEAC filing, the one before this past one, in this new format. It makes for a better picture, a more depiction of what's taking place and what's going to take place. But I think the key thing here is that we're using more historical information, more real information than forecasted. That takes out some of that that unknown portions of the calculation.
The board also approved a contract for more than $500,000 to VI Paving to upgrade the Richmond transmission water line.
Within one weekend, we had 4 leaks on that line. When we experienced a leak on that line, we killed the entire distribution system on the north side all the way to Montbijou area.
Officials say the soil type in the area is eating the pipe from the outside in. That caused it to deteriorate way before the end of its lifespan. Now they'll replace 1,500 feet of 16-inch ductile iron with 24-inch PVC pipe. This upgrade is expected to greatly improve the water quality for its customers. Officials say it will also reduce line losses as well as improve the reliability of the Richmond pump station. The money to pay for the upgrade is coming strictly from property tax proceeds from the water system. Officials say they were holding on to them for a worthy project.
These are property funds that we had in the past that we just held on to spend on the right or the most appropriate project.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
Now, WAPA's board approved a number of other items, including approval of Phase 2 of the St. Croix Midland Substation project. That substation will have the first underground transmission line running to Mid-Isle in a state Spanish town. Well, the first Friday Business Expo that was scheduled for this evening has been postponed due to the weather. However, a rescheduled date has been set for next Friday at Iggy's at Belongo Bay from 5 p.m. to 8. And as we mentioned, this first Friday is a fundraiser for the St. Thomas St. John Partners for Help. Again, the first Friday Business Expo that was scheduled for this evening has been postponed. It's set for next Friday at Iggy's at Belongo Bay from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Well, one of the participating businesses that was set to present at the first Friday is the Madison Energy Group, as we reported on Thursday. Senate President Shawn-Michael Malone organized a meeting this week between the territory's Economic Development Authority and Madison Energy Group in hopes that the company would expand its manufacturing and distributing operations to the U.S. Virgin Islands. The company, based in North Carolina, manufactures a line of innovative energy-saving devices.
It's a technology that basically goes after refrigeration and freezers, big box coolers and freezers. We are able to bring down the savings between 15 and 30% off your cooler and freezer. The way it works is real simple. A freezer and cooler, when you open up a door, it brings in hot air. When the hot air rushes in, it trips the compressor. When the compressor trips, it turns on your system. A normal cycle on coolers and freezers normally run 120 to maybe 150 times in a frequency. We're able to reduce their compression cycles by 40 to 60%, which means your system is not working harder any longer. The system doesn't work as hard. You're able to preserve your coolers and freezers probably for almost double its lifetime. And at that point, the overall bill has dropped.
Senator Malone said that St. Croix represents an ideal environment for companies such as Madison. He explained the many benefits of doing business in the Virgin Islands. The technology is called Energy Square, and we will have more on the Madison Group, the meeting, and the possibility of jobs later next week. Governor John P. Young Jr. has written to the region's U.S. Small Business Association directors, Yvette T. Collazo, seeking a dialogue that will spur increased lending to commercial and enterprises in the territory, and thanked her for continued support of small business activity in the Virgin Islands. He cited the recent announcement that a new surety bonding agency participating in an SBA program will begin bonding construction projects in the territory, supporting one of the most important sectors for small business ownership and employment. The governor expressed concern, however, about the scarcity of meaningful commercial loan activity from the Virgin Islands banks, with access to the financial vehicles made available by the Small Business Administration. And for that reason, the governor requested a discussion with Collazo on how to achieve the strategic goals she laid out for the district. Turning our attention overseas, President Obama is on his way back to Washington after the G20 summit in Russia. The crisis in Syria overshadowed the economic meeting, with the president working to build international support for U.S. military action. CBS's Daniel Nottingham is on Capitol Hill. The Virgin Islands Department of Justice offers condolences and collective expression of sorrow and prayers to the family, friends, colleagues, and acquaintances of Assistant Attorney General Ernest Franklin Bason. On Tuesday, September 3rd, 2013, the management and staff of the Virgin Islands Department of Justice were saddened to learn of the death of Attorney Bason. Ernie, as he was affectionately known, started at the Department of Justice on February 24th, 1997 as an Assistant Attorney General in the Criminal Division, where he was responsible for the prosecution of criminal cases. Attorney Bason, who was promoted to the position of Criminal Chief on July 23, 2001, served in that capacity until January 22, 2007. Attorney Basson was dedicated to work as an Assistant Attorney General and continued to serve the people of the Virgin Islands until the day he died. In observance of bereavement, the Office of the Attorney General on St. Thomas will be closed on the afternoon of September 11th, 2013 from 2 to 5 p.m. as they celebrate the life of Ernest Basson in a private memorial for the staff. Well, a quick programming note to all of our viewers. News 2 will be preempted on Monday, September 9th due to CBS Sports live coverage of U.S. Open Tennis Men's Championship from 5 to 8 p.m. Coverage will include presentation of the Winners' Cup. We will return to our regular scheduled programming on Tuesday, September 10th. Be sure to tune in to News 2 at 7 and 11 for all the latest in news, weather, and sports. Again, News 2 will be preempted on Monday, September 9th, due to CBS Sports live coverage of the U.S. Open Tennis Men's Championship from 5 to 8 p.m. Miss USVI Supranational 2013, Isanica Vieira, traveled all the way to Belarus to represent the Virgin Islands at the 2013 Miss Supranational pageant. Isanica did an amazing job representing the territory and placed 4th runner-up out of 84 contestants. Miss Supranational is an international pageant where countries from all over the world compete for the title, and having the Virgin Islands in the top 5 speaks volumes. Congratulations to the participants, especially our very own Isanica Vieira. The Department of Education will pay 100% of costs and associated fees for one direct step professional development course for territorial public school teachers. The department has partnered with the Virgin Islands Board of Education, Career and Technical Education Board, and Direct Step to offer online professional development courses as an alternative to college courses for specific subject areas such as curriculum and methods, special education, and education technology. And the courses can be applied toward certification or recertification. The sign-up period will be from Monday, September 9th through Friday, September 20th. That's at the department's Human Resources offices on St. Thomas and St. Croix. Well, the Department of Education, in partnership with WTJX Channel 12 and the VI Literacy Council, is joining in worldwide International Literacy Day celebrations from now until September 8th. Anyone able to donate can drop off reading materials at Seabourn Seaplane Terminals on St. Thomas and St. Croix, along with WTJX offices on St. Croix. On Monday, September 9th, book giveaway tables will be set up at the Downtown Seaplane, Kmart West, and WTJX Channel 12 offices on St. Croix, along with the Downtown Seaplane Post Office Square, Kmart in Estate 22, and the Post Office in Cruz Bay, St. John. Well, this week, Governor John DeYoung extended greetings to the Jewish community in the Virgin Islands on the occasion of the high holidays, which is the most important holidays of the Jewish year. The governor also noted that the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, began at sundown on Wednesday. This sacred time provides not just an opportunity for individual renewal and reconciliation, but for families, communities, and even nations to heal old divisions, seek new understandings, and come together to build a better world for our children and grandchildren. Governor DeYoung and First Lady Cecile extend best wishes to the members of the Jewish community for a healthy, peaceful, happy, and sweet New Year. We'll want to snuggle up this weekend, stay indoors, and forget about the weather stress. Well, you should meet our pet of the week. It's 4-month-old Chauncey. He's an enthusiastic 10-pound island mix who loves to play. He's great with children, well-behaved in vehicles. Now, if you're interested in Chauncey, you can call the Humane Society at 775-0599, or you can visit their website.
Today we have Chauncey. Chauncey's about 4 months old. He is a stray that the Humane Society picked up. He is extremely friendly. He loves kids. He will follow you around. He almost heals on his own. Very, very good in the house. Really awesome in the car. He just needs a home. If you guys are interested, please come down and check Chauncey out. We have lots of puppies and lots of kittens, and we need a lot of help down there. If you want to foster, please let us know. And as always, if you need help spay or neutering your pet, please let us know. We'd be happy to help you in any way we can. Thank you.
And Chauncey is a cutie. Well, we have much more on the weather. That's coming up next, so we'll be right back.